akwa ebube akwa ebube akwa ebube akwa ebube kedu ife melụ mmadụ ji akpụrụ m n'ọnụ kedu ife melụ mmadụ ji akpụrụ m n'ọnụ ọ bụ mmụbụ mbụ na-enwere ikwu ọ bụ mmụbụ mbụ na-enwere ibe anya m ka onye ka onye anya m ka onye ka onye kedu ife melụ mmadụ ji akpụrụ m n'ọnụ kedu ife melụ mmadụ ji akpụrụ m n'ọnụ ọ bụ mmụbụ mbụ na-enwere ikwu ka ọ bụ mmụbụ mbụ na-enwere ibe anya m ka onye ka onye anya m ka onye ka onye ogbenye dịbụ mbụ adị ayo 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 akwa ebube bụ onye na-agba nta nne ayo oge a ka ndị baba ji wee libie nya ayo 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 ka m gbatakatala anụ gbatakata anụ ayo apụtazi ọ na-akpa nka ayo ayo ndị baba wee lụọ n'oge si ebe a wee bụ ọgaranya ka afọ ube ebe dị ka ya ayo 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 mana emechasịla wee nwee nnukwu ọdachi ayo ebe na ọ na-agbanya bụ anụ ayo 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 akwa ebube akwa ebube akwa ebube akwa ebube akwa ebube melụ ogene akwa ebube melụ ogene kedu ife melụ mmadụ ji akpụrụ m n'ọnụ kedu ife melụ mmadụ ji akpụrụ m n'ọnụ ọ bụ mmụbụ mbụ na-enwere ikwu ka ọ bụ mmụbụ mbụ na-enwere ibe anya m ka onye ka onye anya m ka onye ka onye kedu ife melụ mmadụ ji akpụrụ m n'ọnụ kedu ife melụ mmadụ ji akpụrụ m n'ọnụ ọ bụ mmụbụ mbụ na-enwere ikwu ọ bụ mmụbụ mbụ na-enwere ibe anya m ka onye ka onye anya m ka onye ka onye ogbenye dịbụ mbụ adịghị ayo 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 ụmụ ibe anyị ekene ụnụ ndị ndozi ọdịnala nwanne ụnụ nwoke nọ nso ekene ụnụ anyị si ka udo dịrị n'ụbọchị nke tata na anyị nwawo ndị ndozi ọdịnala Igbo na anyị nwawo ndị kwere n'ihe otu kwuru anyị si ka anyị kene ụnụ n'ụbọchị tata anyị ga na-etinye okwu anyị tata bụ half bekee half oyibo half bekee half English half Igbo because e nwere so many people a lot of people bụ ndị mba ọzọ si na ihe nsọ ala anyị na-ekwu okwu ya na eziokwu dị ya n'ime this thing we are saying there is a truth in it. anyị amaghị asụ oyibo maka na ya hụ ndị oyibo mana at least amaghị m atụ basketball mana m nwere ike ije na hole ahụ a na-atụnye bọọlụ ahụ atụnye n'ime ya. I don't play basketball but I know where the hole is. I can go there and put the ball even though abụghị Michael Jordan. So please biko anyị need our people. We need them. We need ndị isi ojii black people on earth because this religious problem the very very strong. all the very very strong, but people are know how strong. People don't know how strong religion is. Because sometimes people say, hey, the religion, but you are dancing inside that the same hole because you still believe in God. You believe in God. You see a Christian man yabbing Jewish man. You see a Jewish man yabbing Islamic man. That's to show you that people don't even understand it. Because if not, why are they fighting if they believe in the same God? Why are they fighting if they believe in the same God? So you see that these people don't understand what they are saying. So if ndị isi ojii black people don't rescue from this nonsense, man, we all of us will vanish on the earth, face of the earth. If we don't rescue black people from this mental problem and our religion, all of us will vanish. So the secret of this rescue bụ nsọ ala, because from nsọ ala they take every philosophy of religion on earth, because go to them you must see holy. Have you ever seen any religion without holy? You can never see. It does not exist. You can never see any religion without holiness. Anyị ma na onwe anyị, we our own religion will give it holiness, which is nsọ ala, which is nsọ ala is the day Jewish people make their own Sabbath. One, we are not making it up, because if not nsọ ala, there won't be Sabbath. There won't. If not nsọ ala, there won't be 7 days a week. If there is no nsọ ala, there won't be 7 days a week. Life and direct. Azụ fish is 2. Fish 2. Azụ fish people eat. Ndị Igbo na-akpọ ya azụ. Bread ndị Igbo na-akpọ ya achịcha. Ọ sị gị na Jizọs were achịcha nye ụmụazụ ya with azụ o ji wee zụọ ndị mmadụ. From this nsọ ala Igbo then took, because ndị Igbo na-asị nwa azụkwara gị azụ. Ndị Igbo na-eyuzu akpụ, cassava. Igbo people use cassava to make abacha, achịcha, and African salad. We slice it. Do you know why we slice it? I don't know if there is anywhere on earth they make that abacha. Go and do your own research. Igbo food, I don't know where on earth. Every Igbo food is a book. Ofe a na-eri eri, Jewish people call it Passover. Ndị Igbo na-ekwu isi ala, ndị na-eti isi ala, ndị Islam use Igbo cosmology isi ala to make religion. Ndị Igbo na ikpere ala, ikpere ala onye ka ha na-ekpere ala. Ikpere ala ha gụnyere ikpere na na-eti isi ala. One day, this is Igbo language. Simple as ABCD. Ndị Igbo na-asụ nri ji, isu nri ji. Ndị Igbo sisi ofe, ha asụọ nri ji wee rie ya. All these things, because there wasn't a school before. There was no school. The only school we have is through this food we eat, through this culture, or through this omenani. All that place is the where they put all these informations. Simple as ABCD. Ndị Igbo na-eru uju, mana ndị mmadụ chekwa n'ọsụsọ mgbe mmadụ nwụrụ ka e wee rube uju. Iru uju a concept on its own. Iru uju is a concept. Mourning, people to mourn is a concept in Igbo cosmology, which is ndị Igbo na-akpọ iru uju, which is the copy in the Bible and call it lamentation. You got to go. Ndị Igbo na-eji efere eri nri. Efere ahụ eji eri nri, ma ite ahụ eji eri nri. all those things which are the concept you see in the Bible, all of them. So if we talk about nsọ ala, not because of we are not making it up. Anyị na build new temple of nsọ ala now, because na ya eme here, if we don't do these things, black people will go, because as long as black people leave this principle of their ancestors, they will vanish. Because people think that it's about race or it's about color. It's not. It's not. Because let me give you an example. Ndị Igbo, in Igbo language, in Igbo land, there is what we call echichi. Mmadụ ichi echichi. You got that? Ichi echichi is to separate from ndị echichi echichi. You know that? So these people copied that concept, call themselves, because ha na-achọ ọcha, ha sị ha echie na echichi, then remove themselves, then become preserved one. Let me tell you why they created that society. They believe because those people they create Western countries, then create it as echichi, then remove it from the society, then separate themselves. Now begin to indoctrinate their citizens based on this philosophy to just separate themselves from you. The concept of this racism is echichi. It's as simple as ABCD. The concept of racism is echichi, but these people were indoctrinated to maintain this echichi. It's as simple as that. So if you go to football, this football agba is based on the same concept, because all match in akpa matches ka ị na-eme spark the matches or light something. If you like something, you are crashing stone and metal. You crash stone and metal. When you crash the stone and metal, the fire will come out. As fire come out, then the gas will maintain the fire. So everything you see on this West, they are playing the game of the master, because they have mastered the game. Because if you master anything you master, you become the leader of that thing. If you master the life, you become the leader of life. So if we believe that worshiping all these images, that means more you worship, more onye nkịtị you become. More you worship, more onye nkịtị you become. Because what you have to do is to master those symbols. Master those symbols as a student of life. Master those symbols as a student of life. That is Igbo heritage present to you by Ndozi Ordinal. Master those symbols. Master the life you live. Nwanne. Master the life you live. What ihe a na-eme na religion, what they do in the churches is teach people based on religion. They are indoctrinating them. Nothing more than indoctrination they do in the church. There is no God in the church. There is no Satan in the church. There is nothing in the church. Nothing more than indoctrination. So if our people believe that going to church or not going to church will make them higher or their brain to work fine, they are just wasting their time. So if you want to understand the cosmology of life, is hidden in Nsọ n'Igbo heritage God. If you don't know Igbo heritage, it's difficult to understand, because nwa bekee, these Western people study the Igbo heritage, they understand it. All of them study this Igbo heritage now. All of them study the Igbo heritage. It's as simple as ABCD. If not, you cannot know them. You will become a servant. You will become a servant. Simple as ABCD. For you to master this thing, you must study Igbo heritage. If you don't live life of Nsala, you are wasting your time. Go to the West. Any violent group have pay. Police, they are on payroll. Army, they are on payroll. In Europe, in the Western world, or nke ndị America, in the Western world, all the difficult to go onye na on payroll, go violently. That's why if you go to America, mostly ndị police na-agbakarị mmadụ egbe. Mostly police shoot because ordinary citizens, they have programmed them, because if you want to rescue your people, you will crystallize them, you will purify them. If you purify your people, they become the master of the life they live. So those policemen and the military men and law enforcement agencies, they are on payroll, signed to do a particular work. That's why if you come to the Western world, you don't see criminal like that. You don't see crimes. You don't see crime. They are very little, even though it is but very very little. Sometimes ọ bụrụ ndị Arab ma ọ bụ ndị ya ma ọ bụ ndị ọzọ ma ọ bụ ndị kpọrọ onwe ha supremacy or something like that. Normally, crime is not common because you have done the job for your people. In Africa today, people say they have political power or political representative. Nna nwanne, how can somebody you don't have agreement with, you don't reason the same way, how can this person go to nna nwanne? Politics will politrick, because they are security men based on trick to trick the opposition. This is politics. That is what is called politics. Then police is the same thing, but this one is physical protection, the other one is trickery protection. So they trick the opposition with the trick. Your politicians or man, that politics will politrick. Do they know? Because you need to train the politicians to represent exactly that your ideology. You need to train the politicians. They should go the process. After going to the process, before they get to the place they call political power. But these people, I don't know where they came from. I don't know how they get into the place, because the society is not organized. So the only way we can pass this level, because we are already in the mess. That's as simple as ABCD. Africa is already in the mess. There is no need to cry. There is no need to do this. What we need is solution. Simple as ABCD. Africa is a mess. What we need is solution, because you are just wasting your time if you just can contradict. Because one, me and you, we are in soup. Me and you, a black in America is in soup as the same way black in Africa is in soup, because we don't understand the simple instruction of life. Simple as ABCD. If we understand this thing, let us begin to create new black for tomorrow, new African for tomorrow. In US, in Europe, this place, there is an institution running. This institution, there are people who represent this institution. So if we don't build an institution in Africa, then blacks in America will remain the same, because black people don't have the only thing black people will do in America is to create this their own ideology. But if they don't have where to stand, how can they create this thing if they don't have where to stand? That's why I said nso ala Igbo heritage will give black people in America to stand, not to this Ifa or something, because this is Ifa, this is Yoruba Ifa or Islam and one, if you go through it, you will have base. Yeah, fantasy with that base. So any philosophy or ideology name that is don't know about electronic wave, because you know why West are doing well, because they understand these things. I'm telling you, see China, see Japan, all those countries who understand simple science of life, they are doing very well. There is no two captain in one ship. It can never be. So ndị isi ojii nọ na America, black people in America or in Caribbean, it's time then go and begin to research Igbo heritage. Don't go and get fake and begin to enslave yourself the second time. Ndozi ọdịnala is the only only people with information of Igbo heritage of 24th century. Because if not, you will tie your brain the second time, because you cannot run away from fire and run into frying pan. So if you are running away from fire, then you run towards the sea to quench the fire. You don't run into frying pan. So every black in Africa, in the US, in the Caribbean, in Europe, they should go and follow Ndozi Ọdịnala Igbo, which is the Igbo heritage. The practice of Nsọala will reveal all those things they are crying that they have been lost. That secret is hidden in Igbo heritage. All from this thing, only from this thing they will recreate themselves like Adana Akponsi. They will recreate themselves like Kepra. That because the secret of recreation is hidden in Nsọala Igbo. Only there they can free themselves from this bondage. There is no other way, because there is no two captain in one ship. It can never be. The American institution is already been set. It's already been set. The institution is already been set. It's as simple as that, man. For you, what left is, if you cannot beat them, you join them. What you have to do is go and take that Igbo heritage, then begin to recreate yourself. Then the pillar will stay side by side, because them understand it. And once they see you that you understand it, they will respect you, because lower element serve higher element. Once you prove yourself to be higher element, they will stay away from you. Why America never attack China? Why America never attack all those countries? They understand these things, because the consequence will be worst for them. They know. That's why they never do. Why they always go to Africa and take everything? Because lower element is the victim. Because in a real man, you eat goat, you eat fish, you eat cow. Yes, because you eat those things because they are lower than you. So they will eat you as well. If you behave like animals, they will eat you, become food. It's as simple as ABCD. So if you understand all this Igbo philosophy, then your freedom is near. If every African man become Nsọala, I tell you, from that moment, this because now when they nwere ihe ndị mmadụ na-eme ha na-ekwu amụ ha na-atọ, how did you expect? Now because people don't understand what is politics. The letter politics is politic. That's why you see that's why the politicians, once they go and do the campaign, they lie, because it's trick. So if you understand politics, then you can know who is lying and who is not. Then how do you think that these people who don't have onye ndị na-enweghị uche, enweghị echiche, ha enweghị uche, bụrụ a political leader? Ha ma ha dị ihe politics at the first place. Na nwanne echezina na nwere ihe ndị a ga-emere gị, don't think echekwene. That's why Africa is not good. That is why in the US, because only get the US abroad na ha amaghị ihe, it's not because black people in the US don't have sense. No, they lack information. They have the information of nwa bekee. Nwa bekee is already occupied the place. The place is already occupied. The information in America is already occupied. So where are they going to start? So the only way to start is to build another pillar side by side. If they build this pillar, every American will begin to migrate towards that new pillar. Marcus Garvey did it. But what you have to do now, because Marcus Garvey used the American information, that's why it is easy for them to crush. So if they use Nsọala now to establish new one based on Nsọala, America will not. America agaghị eme nwere, they cannot do it because they know what's up. So until in the Africa understand this thing, the fight will continue and the poverty will continue, because you don't have any option. Because nwa bekee came 1800 and divide everything and separate everything, you begin to fight yourself. Now you have common, we lack common, I am common sense. We don't have common sense. Oh, I with common sense. These things are in a fight. What we fight does not make any sense. Don't make no sense. In Agbana na Ghana West, KB Igbo in Ghana, what are you going to do in the West? Why are you running to the West? There is, oh, my brother, it does not make any sense. ọsọ na-achụ gị ọsọ chọwa nwata ọbụla bụ ikwu nne ya. West ọ bụ ikwu nne gị? West abụghị ikwu nne gị. So if you have a problem, nwanne, what you need is solution. Mụ na gị, me and you, we are in soup ofe ọgbọnọ. We are in soup ofe ọgbọnọ. So what we have to do now is, what is the cause of this problem? The cause of the problem, not the solution. Onye isi na-awa ọ na-aṅụ ọgwụ afọ ọrụrụ, you have headache and you drink tablet for stomach. How would that thing work? How would it will never work. It won't work. So we must master the life we live. It's simple as ABCD. One, if you master the life you live, then you begin to become the leader of the life you live. If you accuse me of lying, why is black people not doing well? Not only in Africa, not only in Nigeria, not only in Ghana, not only in Sierra Leone, not only in Liberia, not only in Ethiopia, in Middle East, in Southern Australia, because you don't understand this thing. Not because our ancestors don't have it. No. Something went wrong. Something went wrong. Then now we have understand that something went wrong. So what we have to do now is to try to, amend, make amendment. Life need amendment. It's as simple as ABCD. We have to amend. So we present to you the Igbo heritage. Igbo heritage. That's only the sheep that will carry black people towards the promised land. This sheep will carry the black people. Stop this nonsense fight. Stop this nonsense hatred and killings. It does not make any sense. It's a shame to you, because you think somebody go and say no, so is a criminal. Go to Europe. Do you write your name here? If you pass, they will still call you nonso by mistake. If you come here, they will say, are you Senegal? Maybe for you Senegal won't be believe, but white man call you Senegal. If you go to America, you want to go to America, I am governor of Ebonyi State. You go to airport. Nobody did they write governor of Ebonyi State here? If you come, maybe they will say, are you from Gambia? You are governor of Ebonyi State, but somebody is telling you Gambo. So make no sense, my people. It does not make any sense. Everybody, all black people is suffering. Nobody is okay. Nobody is fine. No black man is fine. No one. So if you think, unless you don't think, why do you want to kill your brother? Because somebody came 1885 and create a new system. My brother, it's very difficult to accept the truth. It's sad. It's very sad. But only truth can set you free. Black people need Igbo heritage to survive. It's as simple. Because the only Igbo heritage have the information complete for now. The only people have the information complete today is in the Igbo. Because you cannot build aeroplane. America can build. Black people in America, go and establish it. Let me see. You are using information somebody established. There are things they hide for you, you don't know. There are things they don't tell you there. You only do it practically. When the time comes, go and get the resources. Let me see how you do it. There are elements. There are so many things. Because they say you go and do the rocket. Then give you the material to do the rocket. How do they make the material? Then say another company make. If they get to the strongest one, they won't put you there. They will put their own person they trust. They will put you somewhere along the line so that they will divide the information. You cannot have it complete. China the same thing. Korea the same thing. So if you don't have your own heritage, you don't have the information. You can never stand a country. Never. That's why Africa never stand a country. Because you don't understand this game. So if you understand Igbo philosophy, in those food you eat is a complete parliament then gave to you. But you don't even know the food. You don't even know the food you eat. All of them is parliament. Name of your villages, all of them. Names you bear, all of them. These things are political structure. So there is no how somebody will come and tell you nonsense, and at the end of the day they will become your political leaders, and tomorrow you cry mba nwanna na akọ dị aka akọ. Tata bụ gboo. Today is early. We still have chances because there are ways we can still navigate these problems. If we don't do, my brother, you bye bye, because the plan is in future they will remove you from this earth and replace you with this ogonogo. Practically it's possible, because now if them put, because they give you AIDS every year, if them put some poison in the water you drink, all of you die. This all the whole food going to Africa, how many of the food is thoroughly examined? I want to know. How many of the food coming from Europe, coming from China are thoroughly examined? Send the food to America, let me see what will happen to you. Yeah, you see, they will ban it. Sometimes Nigeria send the yam to America, they reject the yam. Do you know that? They rejected the yam. They said the yam is not qualified. How many medicines go to Africa without examination, proper examination? I want to know. So there is no security. There is no food security in your land. There is no health security in your land. There is no armed security in your land. So you can never have a stable land unless you establish this thing so that the children of tomorrow will see the light. If you use this same institution you have today and the same mind you have today, one day I give you one only generation, you disappear. I give you only one generation, you disappear. Just like that. Only one. After this one, the next one, you go away from here. They will take over your land. Magi ma Fulani, everybody going. Magi, you, Fulani, Yoruba, Bini, all of you going. Sail alone. None that man, look at that man, George Weah. Look at the man face. If this man look like a president. And I say, look at this George Weah. Man will look like a president. But he's a president in Liberia. This man will transform the society. Negodi man gwọrọ nke anọ n'ugwu Hausa. Onye ahụ ga-transform society. Eziokwu. Akwa ma mgbe da man na-achị. Mgbe ọ ga na-emepere campaign ọ ga-achị achị. Gwa ndị mmadụ na-vote. O nwere ndị Nigeria vote chara ya. Ihere anaghị eme ha. Ọ na ha anaghị anụ egwu Fela. Let them go and listen to Fela. Let them go and listen to Fela. These people, Fela kpọchara afa na egwu. Biara mee campaign na this country. People vote. Ọ bụrụ na ha zugodi vote ahụ ezu, ama m ndị voturu ha. I know people who voted them with their mind. That they will remove corruption, they will do this natural watch. So you think that this thing will happen? Do you think so? Yes. Today, I tell them, how can this thing happen? It's impossible. It's not possible. Nigeria will not be okay. Africa will not be okay unless they set an institution. You don't have the information problem. Igbo have it. There is information in Igbo cosmology till tomorrow. Because Yoruba know that they live, their own sweat came from Igbo. Their own philosophy came from Igbo. Even most of the Yoruba don't understand their own theology. They don't. How many of Yoruba people know about Ifa? Ifa say Ifa. Or say Chongo. Get with Chongo. Every personification of God is a natural element, natural force. Can you hear with Chongo a natural force? How many of them will tell you what it is? Ndị Hausa na-ebugharị Allah. What is Allah symbolizing? They cannot tell you. What symbolism of Allah? Then what are you worshiping then? What are you worshiping if you cannot say what is Allah symbolically? Nonsense. You see, so the only best way is this Igbo. We understand them physically, spiritually, morally, and character. We understand them. So that means our children have chances of developing a higher mind. Then what else do you want? What else do you want if not developing the mind of your child? What else do you want? Decent society that will guarantee your future. Simple as ABCD. If that is not what you want, what else do you want? answer an empty vessel, just answer a name. I am Yoruba, I am Igbo, I am Bini, I am Hausa. That's all. Now give me 1 minute, let me come back. So my people, as I was saying, the only road to ascension of black people, the only road, because why I say this is because I don't want to complain, because black people have complained enough. We have done enough complaint. Black life matter in America, in Australia, aborigine life matter. In Europe, they are racist, they are killing us. In Nigeria, they are doing us this, they are marginalizing us. Na nwanne, ọ bụ na okeke amaghị akpụ isi ka ọ bụ na mma mbara isi adịghị nkọ. What is the problem? That means we lack a proper examination of life we live. That is simple as ABCD. If you graduate in life, that means attainment. You may attain that because that's why they created that what you call God. Most of you don't know. God is created out of aspiration, to aspire, because you don't develop a child. How do you develop a child? I want to know. Our people don't understand it, because you need a proper way of developing a child. If there is nothing like God, how do a child aspire higher self? Morality. How do a child get morality if not aspiration of God? If not based on aspiration of God. The only thing is that they deceive them that there is one man coming from outside, because them in Europe is the West, because Odanya Wadago. So they are begging for food, they are beggars. So their aspiration of God is external God that they are begging to help them. But you are the universe. So your God should be ewu, nkịta, osisi, mmadụ, ihe ọbụla na-eku ume, anything that breathes, that have life, should be your God, because Africa is the concentration of energy. So you represent everybody. You are the mother earth. So you should be the one representing everybody. If Europeans are begging food, why should you follow them to beg? Then you become a beggar. Because as na onye si eme ka ekwesị akpọ ya. What you call your dog will answer. So if you say that you are a beggar, one day you become a beggar. It's as simple as that. So you turn back all this, everything you have in life, then follow something on the cross that nwa bekee created to aspire their own children. There is a very misinterpretation and misconception of our own ideology. Simple as ABCD. Very, very misunderstanding. Deep one. That is why African people never see the light. These people rule the world. Your ancestors rule the world. Create everything. Give the world everything they have. Now how come their own offspring are begging for food, have become vagabonds, become everything about the cause on earth? They become. Okay, Maria, what caused it? What happened all of a sudden? We become lower instead of higher. Because we believe in these Western lies. If you think that those black people in America, because people see people in America as something special, all those people in America that are going to school in Western schools, just let us make it simple. They go to school in Western school. Do you think that this Western school will put an information in that book to tell them that we take this land away from your ancestors? Do you think so? So they will put in that book about the celebration of slavery so that you will see yourself as a slave. How can nwa bekee tell those black people that this land we took it from your father? Na ndị isi ojii na art ninja. Do you think so that you will go to history book and see that when we came here, your ancestors are here, Igbo people are here, we took it away from them so that those people, their children will grow and fight them? Eh? So you think that they will tell them so that your children will grow and fight them? Now you based on this information you judge based on this nonsense info. No, black American will not help you. You are the savior of black Americans, because the institution running in America, educational system running in America, was created by these Western powers. Now one, my brother, how do you think that these people who came to your land, take your land, will write a history telling you, your children, how this land is being forcefully taken away from your ancestors? Do you think so? So stop celebrating nonsense slavery. It's nonsense. Stop that rubbish celebration. Stop nonsense celebration. Write your own story. Don't let them write your story for you. Your story, nothing to do with slavery. Slavery is part of the story, not your history. Not your story. Write your own story. Your story is Igbo heritage, the inheritance of our ancestors. Igbo create these things. So if you want to Poland n'Igbo, ịpụ just to resurrect, to resurrect. Igbo cosmology will give you that. If you want to stay in life and rule, you become onye nsọ ala. If you become onye nsọ ala, your society in America, people will begin to migrate, because we don't have money like you people. Had it been we have money like these American people, in 1 year, all the whole Nigeria will come to Igbo land and live, because of the kind jobs, the kind architect you will see in that place. All of them will come there and migrate. You have plenty money, but you don't have information. Yes. Problem of black Americans is information. They don't have, because you cannot. This is nwa bekee, they very trickish. These Western people, you cannot use their info. They won't give you. So they, all of you going to school, going to Harvard. I went to Harvard school. After Harvard school, what happened? You go and work in Wall Street, then give you $2 million naira house, give you $2 million house, give you $2 million car. I'm a singer, 50 Cent. He bought a house of $50 million. One house ahụ goro 50. If you see the house of $50 million, my house in the village is more beautiful. If you see the house 50 Cent he bought of $200 million, my house is more beautiful than that. So then give you the money with this hand and then collect it from here. If you walanya, if you do nonsense, they will accuse you for rape and they will put you like O.J. Simpson in the prison. You will die there, not life imprisonment. That's all. Or they will inject you with the drug as they did some of Doji Waranya. So the only way black people on this earth, the only way is in Igbo. I don't have any interest. I won't have any interest in making you to be. The only interest I have is because you disgrace him, because you represent my image. You disgrace me. So for me to not be disgraced, I will be forced to give you these things. Take them and stop putting me in shame. In this these people, how can somebody be everywhere in the world? We are everywhere in the world, and we cannot just make our own children happy. How can't we make our own children happy? That is my question. The African nanos all go. These people that Yoruba asim, Hausa asim, Bini asim, Ijo asim. Na one. Look at. Ọkwa ka ebele ga-eje ọma ahịa. Ọkwa ka ebele ga-eje ọma ahịa. If you master the life, you become the leader of political. If you master the game, you become political leader. Anywhere on earth you go, you become the leader. So if you are not leader anywhere you are not you master the life. You haven't. So black in everywhere suffering, they must master the life they live. And you cannot master the life by wishful thinking. You must graduate. Life does not master by wishful thinking. You must graduate by knowing this element and how they work, so you can fuse yourself and begin to penetrate inside the motor. That the same way the blood cells move in the body, the organism move, you begin to move within this element so that you can navigate. You don't just by wishful thinking, black people will be this, black people will be do that, black this, that, black life matter, black it's beautiful. Nonsense. Beautiful nonsense. We are beautiful. Beautiful of what? Beautiful of what? If you don't know that black represents universe, darkness. Because everybody will go back to darkness. If you on the light, at the end of the day, if you don't off the light, the bulb will die by itself. If you put bulb, you don't off it, give it 1 month, the bulb will die. Simple as ABCD. So if Africa represent darkness, that means everybody on earth, you must create a kind of society that will protect even rat. That is only because you don't understand only if you understand how these things work. Black people, their religion should be any living organism on earth must be treated equally, because that is what you represent. Sorry, but that is what you represent. So if you discriminate, you will be pushed out of house. If you discriminate, you will be pushed out of house. I see black people and they say God give us control of animals, so that's why we eat them. Because you see in the Bible, but ọmaha na animal a na-ekwu, those things you na-echete n'uche, those your thought, that what they say the animal Adam is given control of those animals, animal thoughts ka na-ekwu maka ya. This man think that the animal on earth was created for him to eat. Can you imagine? They think that these animals on earth have been created for him to eat. Oh, my people die because of lack of knowledge. Because of lack of knowledge, we perish. China, look at Chinese. Can you imagine it? Ordinary Chinese, my brother. Chinese, ordinary Chinese people, they are coming to take our land with money. Now, what is money? What is money? Do you know how large we are? We have number more than any other people on earth. What is the interest? All this interest, all this wickedness and anyuku, what do they represent in us? Why are we fighting for this earth that we will stay 40, 50 years and die? Why don't you cultivate your child to maintain money? If you don't know how to build plan, you have to establish a school that will study how these things work, so that they will build the plan. Even though it take 3 generations, but you have established something that will, at the end of the day, we develop a child that will build a plan. You don't just build a plan because you don't know how to build plan. You don't know. So if we are not doing well, let us establish something, put our children into these things, so that our children will grow and do these things, because we cannot do them. We don't know how to do them. We don't know how to do them. It's as simple as ABCD. Why are we forcing ourselves in something we don't know how to do? The problem in Africa must stop. We must swallow ego, emotion, sentiment, envy, wickedness. Let us swallow. All these things are against Nsoala. These things are against Nsoala. So we must stop them. We must stop them. If somebody want to kill you, kill the person. simple as that one go. If somebody come to kill you, kill the person, he goes. Don't come and start talking nonsense. It does not make, it can never. If you like, just say I tell you, keep this video, mark my word. Black people will kill all the whole black people, the one remain, nwa bekee will come and China will come and take it, all of you will go. And if you go, you will come back to ewu and then nketa. Don't think if you die you go. You will come back because you don't maintain the level of life you live. Then you will come back as a goat, as a cow. Simple as that. Because life is speed of atom. Speed of atom, because it's energy moving. If energy did not attend it, because it's just watch football team, Division 1, there is only physical reality of why the Division 1 is in Division 1. There is only physical evidence of why Division 2 is in Division 2. There is physical evidence to know why Division 3 is there, because these are practical evidence. They have point that they merit to be in Division 3. There are another point which is above the point of Division 2. There are another point which is above Division 2. Then we have Champions League. All those people that made a certain point, they will go to Champions League. The other one that does not make it, their point reduce, they will go to UEFA. Other ones will remain in the league. Other ones will remain in junior league. These are simple, practical observations. These things should be applied. Even if you die, you don't maintain this level. Go to anywhere and make the research. One day, your spirit will transform into the nearest point you make. If non-keta, if dog, they will put you chain, another slavery. Anywhere they go, they will be dragging you. If not that one, you will become okay, rat or rabbit or pussycat. Simple as ABCD. Because life is the same. There is reason why animals are in different forms, because they are nothing but condensation of spirit. That is what you see. That is why you interact with them. If not, you will not. Anything you see exists in your body. Anything you see, why you see them? Because they exist. The magnetism, the electricity in your body project, the projection. That's why you see them, because this is projection. Human being is oscillator. It's a projection. If not, you cannot see them. Why you don't see spirit? Because they are more faster than you. That's why you don't see them. Simple as ABCD. You can capture them, but you cannot see them. So if we don't master life we live, one day we will serve forever and ever. Because basic element, if you want to move, put on fan on it, number 1. You will see that it's not the same movement. If you put number 2 or number 3, they move differently. Motor now also, if car is running, look at the way, you will see the whole moving. If the car is moving 100 km/h, you will not see the wheel again moving. The wheel will transform. So this is life we live. Earlier is better for us. Let us establish. Nsọala is concrete. Nsọala is been tested. Ndị Igbo nwere ndị ichie. Ndị Igbo na-echi echichi na-ana n'aka aka ịtọ. So all those things are evidence to prove that we understand life. Anyị na-echi echichi, nwee ichie na-ana aka ịtọ, na-akpụ arụ. All those things ị na-eme ịkpụ ụtara inoye. Ịghọta gị ịkpụsị ụtara inoye. So ọwụ na ndị mmadụ feel na ke ndị na-akpụ ụtara ino n'ụwa, we establish this in Africa, other African copy. Because it's a symbol, but no African man can ever tell you the reason why and what ụtara mean apart from the Igbo. Onweghị onye nọ na Africa, nobody in Africa will tell you the reason why eji akpọ ụtara eno ya eno. But ndị nwa bekee people, they will tell you that ndị azụrụ ezo, ndị utu nzuzo, ha ga-agwa gị because they know this thing, they master it. How can nwa bekee master our own culture? Jiri pụọ ndụ. anyị nwe na onwe anyị, we cannot master is a shame. How are we comfortable going to somebody that will never tell you truth in this life than we that we are giving you truth 24 hours? If you don't follow nsọ ala Igbo, nwanne, you have been bamboozled. Emere gị pọpị, ekwensu mere gị pọpị, o gwuru gị wayo, ọkwa ndị ụka na-akọtu. If you don't know nsọ ala, earlier is better. You begin to ask question. You are Caribbean, you are America, you are Yoruba, you are Ghana, you are Senegal, you are Gambia, you are Ethiopia, you are Liberia, you are Benin Republic. Until you begin to ask what is in Soala, I will ask you what is Holy Spirit. In Igbo, Holy Spirit is in Nsọ. Then from that place we begin to make the argument. Then I will tell you the symbolism of Christ, Virgin Maria, and God. After that, from that place we take it up. Because black people don't want to learn and they come back to complain. One day we have passed that rubbish. We have passed the level. You cannot keep on doing the same thing and expect a different result. It does not work that way. Black people on earth should understand. Even though they go to Egypt to study Egyptian Kemetic science, the problem is practically, because the only book you have, you don't have practical movement of these things. So if you want to establish it practically, you cannot, because you don't know it. If you like, read the whole book. But because nobody, all these people in Egypt today, they are Arabs. They are Arabs. The only person that can tell you what happened in Egypt is an Igbo man, because he knows what happened in Egypt. Not Arab man. Arab don't know anything. Arab conquered Egypt 640 AD. Arab conquered Egypt 640 AD. So now for those people we see in Egypt today, they are not Egyptians. So if you like, carry the book to America and begin to practice Kemetic science, practically your people will not even believe you. Their people will not even believe you, because inside that book you carry, there is culture, there is religion, there is politics, there is rituals, there is this thing. So how can you do this thing in United States if you don't know them? Unless you know them, you begin to establish them. It's an establishment. It's a book of establishment, not just book of reading. All those books are books of establish. That is why the Jewish people took it to establish the state of Israel. They took it to establish America, the new land. America is called the new land. That is why if you go to Washington DC, you will see the Akhenaten, the Pharaoh Akhenaten giving the book to Abraham Lincoln, giving the book of knowledge, book of light to Abraham Lincoln. So all those things are symbolism to tell people that we have took the knowledge and we are following the footstep of these people. Who are the people that are following their footstep? Your ancestors. They are following the footstep of your ancestors, and you turn back to the footstep these people are following. This footstep evidence shows that they are doing well. Somebody say they are following your footstep and they are doing well, and you don't follow the footstep of your ancestors, which those people are following are doing well, and you are not doing well. Don't you ask yourself question? So who is making a mistake here? Who is making a mistake here? So if you want to, my brother is Chukwu, this is not about Arosokukose. All those who have those things who have just to childish something. How can something Arokose? What is Arokose? Arokose is a mere talk. Practically it's nothing. So when you hear nothing like that, we are here to establish truth, make our people understand how things work so that they can be good for themselves. You don't force people to be good. ROC don't force people to be good. arụsị is source of information. So they are telling you about energies on earth. That is onye mkpụrụ onye kụrụ ka ọ ga-aghọ. What you law of cause and effect, law of vibration, law of mental, everything is about law of nature. So you have to follow. Nothing somewhere is considered to stop somebody from doing evil. No. If you give evil, you receive evil. So if you are suffering today, that means you are paying back for what you did. Simple as that. So nothing there that you're going to stop somebody from doing evil. No. You can only prevent evil when you stop doing evil. Stop believing in evil. Stop believing in evil and don't do evil. But the best is to train a child not to do. The best thing is to train a child not to do. That is the best way. Not about hanging people on fear like Christianity used to hang people on fear that Christ will do that. Christ will. Instead of you telling them that Christ is themselves by crystallizing their mind to become pure so that the Holy Spirit will come to them and reside. Now nobody is going to discipline anybody. You have to discipline yourself. If you want to discipline anybody, go and bring police and army to discipline them. Discipline them with police and army. But if you think that there is a tree somewhere that will discipline people, my brother, that is not truth. That is not truth. It will not, or never. It will never happen. And it can never happen. The only thing that we misunderstand this concept, and we think, because we think that some people think that Jesus Christ is coming back to take his people. They still think about, people believe it. So they believe it does not mean that some man will come Sunday, they call Christ and take people. No. So some people believe that there is something inside a tree, a dry tree that we keep people. No. We understand that this is information, and that information is what we are using today to educate our own people. If you want to worship them, you worship them. You gotta go. People who believe in this idleness, in when people have little faith, it's as simple as ABCD. So the game is that Igbo people, we don't threaten people with anything, my brother. If you want to believe in anything, you can believe. The question is, what is the result? What is the result of what you believe? Don't threaten people with fear, because they found out that thing you tell them is a lie. They will desert the place. That is what will happen to church. Church, there is truth in the church, but the thing is the trick. And any day the people will found this trick, that this thing that about trick, they will desert the place. Simple as ABCD. So it's better you tell your people the truth. If they like, they believe. If they like, they don't believe. Lying to them, one day, if they found out, they will desert. So the best thing for black people is in so alive. Unu na-asụ oyibo, unu na-asụ French. Ndị Africa speak French. If they like, we can give them Nsọala in French. Let them go to their place and educate their child to become better tomorrow. Ndị Senegal ama ha nwedekwere Nsọala. Ha nwekwere book of Nsọala. Ha nwedekwere ihe na something that teach their child, that inspire their child. Ha nwedekwere safe. I don't know. Ndị Gambians. Kedu ihe ndị a na-eme? I don't know the way of life ha na-ebi ya, because I never stay with them. Nsọala should go and tell in the Senegal that there is what we call Nsọala, that the universe is moving by frequency and vibration. Na iji radio, inwe radio, ị na-eji ekwu, inwe phone iji ekwu okwu. Na the same way this thing the human being is, the same way they are the same thing. Television, radio, all these things are human behavior. Because if not, one future is not looking better. Future is not looking beautiful for Ndaisi. These people in Africa, China will come and give them billions of dollars. They will take all the whole country land, they give China. They will give them the whole land and take the money and go and put it in Switzerland. At the end of the day, China will be police, army, government. At the end of the day, they will, before there are black people in China, and now there is no more one. So it will replicate. Even the Europeans na South Africa ha na-azụ anị, they are dragging land in South Africa. Now amaghazi onye nwe anị, we don't know who owns land again in South Africa, because now Europeans say that they own the land, and the black people say they own the land. If you go to Australia, the Aborigine men say they own the land, the Europeans say they own the land. So now the same thing will happen everywhere in Africa, because our children are not being educated, they are not developed. Our children, the Europeans are ready pumping money to multiply the minds of their children, develop the minds of their children, pumping money. Our own, we are every day talking nonsense. Our own, we just give complaint after complaint after complaint after complaint. Not even a father can give his best to his own children. Now you will born to go to Senegal, they marry 20 wives and born 50 children. Gambia, the same thing. Go to North, Ugwu Hausa, they will born full everywhere. Nobody, and I just aye. Imagine it. Go to Yoruba, Amusi alaye everywhere. Go to Igbo land, the same thing. Everybody near pure water. Watakere, just a child of 18 years driving keke, driving Okada. If full in Mediterranean Sea, people dying. Oh, is this future you want for your children? Is this the future you want? Is this what we want? Is that why we are here? Now, don't bother. In fact, any black woman don't give this thing to your husband. Don't if you try that, you will suffer. Don't give anything. Go and buy condom. Nonsense. Go and buy condom. Don't born again. Let us take care of this one we born already. Let us take care of this one we have. Why are we having this sense for nothing? Why are we giving these children if we cannot go to America? If not because of the law of America prevent it, these people will be selling their own children. Go to Chicago in US. If not because of law, these people will be giving their children away for adoption. Crack. If not because of that, they will give them away. Have you forgot to Brenda have a baby? Tupac Chaco. One name. What we talk here is something that will change the mind of our people. Nsoala is a philosophy of mind development, or a practical step to move your energy towards direction. So what we say here is something we don't dilute. It's hydrogen. So what we give is hydrogen that you are no dilute. So if you don't like this is Igbo heritage, don't appear. If you appear here, your mind will get problem. If you appear in this page, your mind will have crack. Your old belief will have problem. So if you want to maintain your old belief, don't come here. If you come here and listen and go through the page, you will begin to have misunderstanding with your old thought. So it's best for you if you don't come, because if you come, you have a problem. Because here, what we want is the best for black people, for African people. Black everywhere is the best we want. Why we talk about Igbo heritage is the only heritage that remains. We don't have another one. If Yoruba people have, let them bring, let us see. If Gambia or Senegal have, let them come. So if you have anything that remains from our ancestors, bring it, we will take. So, but because for the moment, the only thing that the black people have to establish the new kingdom is the Igbo heritage. Nothing more, nothing else. If you contradict it, that means you are contradicting your own mind. Yes. Because any African man fighting African man, that means there is lack of understanding. Yes. There is lack of understanding. If not, what are you fighting for? Ke kedu ihe na wrong? The people, all this ngwog, all these ammunitions in Africa, can you tell me how many Africans produce ammunition? I want to know one country apart from South Africa. Tell me one single country in Africa that sell ammunition. So all this all these ammunitions, somebody is making money from it. Tell me how many African company that mines gold, diamonds, petrol. So are you telling me that all this money we waste, we cannot use it to study how to mine the gold and diamonds? Behind, mind you, before the Western people came to Africa, we have golds, we have coppers. How do we? Because gold don't stay on top of soil, copper don't stay on top of soil. All these things stay below, beneath the earth. So how did our ancestors get this gold out, these diamonds out, these coppers out? How? Because they mine them, they clean them, they heat them. That means we are doing it before. How come in 24th century all the whole company doing this thing is Chinese, Europeans, American, this and that? What happened there? What get wrong? I want to know, my people. So if we don't know that we need this, because people will say, hey, my father, our ancestors does not have Harvard before they begin to mine the gold and diamonds. They don't have it. You only flat, in a flat. If you study these things in a flat, you can experiment them practically and win. You can make the experiment practically and win. You will see the outcome. So if they will Nigeria let you, mgbe mmụnụ na-agba mmụnụ ka mkpi amụsị ụmụ 20, kedu Nigerian government ọkwụsị ya? Did they stop him? No, nobody stop him. But when they tell you to go and do better thing, you begin to complain. But you do everything. If you go to your business every day, you wake up, you go to your shop, you go and sell market, you do everything you want to do, there is no problem, nobody stop you. But once we tell you what you have to do, that you have to give up some nonsense in your mind disturbing you, you start giving complaint. You start giving complaint, yes. My people, life is not easy. Your body is a working machine. It's a transition machine. It's a transistor. You have to this is spirit nọ n'ime gị nwanne. This is spirit nọ n'ime gị. You have to purify the spirit. If not purified, nwanne nna gị esi kwụba aka gị ọtọ. All na purify the spirit. Ị ga-abịa here because once you are minding, nwanne mind going. Also mind your business. Once you na mind there is recording. Nwanne icheta echiche mind ya o record go. That's what o ji eme na mgbede. Nwere ike na-enwe na-eche o ichetekwana ya because ọ dị ka ị ga-esi echeta ya ma ọ bụ na ọ dịghị save. Ọ bụ na i save ya save. Kedu ka ị ga-esi echeta ya? How do you remember it if you don't record it? It's recorded. So ụmụ ibe, the truth is absolute and is pure and is present. So if you want to live a better life for your own children, not me, your own children, our own children, we must do this thing. Nsọ ala Igbo should be priority in every black, not even Igbo, because I carry Igbo now. I carry Igbo. This thing is already in the mind of the people because as na ofu aka rụta mmanụ ozu ọha ọnụ. Before today, nna nna anyị ha, our ancestors did this thing and they live great. And in that hand we remain. In that place we remain. Nothing will change it. And nothing can ever or will ever change it because truth is absolute. And the only way to clean something is by washing it. Iwu ala, ndị Igbo si iwu ala. Gekwenụ ntị o. Iwu ahụ. Kedu ihe bụ iwu ahụ? Ka m buzo kwuo in English ka ị nwee ghọta ya. Ọ sị gị extraction. Ya o Christ, meaning of Christ o. extraction, purification and unification. Ndị Igbo si gị ntọala, iwu ala. Ndị Igbo na-asị ịwụ ahụ, ịwụ ahụ, ịwụ ahụ, to clean yourself, purify yourself, ịwụ ahụ. Amaala, ịma gịnị? Ịmaala nwanne, ịmakọta ihe ọnụ na makọta ya ọnụ, ịmakọta ya ọnụ. Amaala, ọmaala, amaala, makọta ya ọnụ. Extraction, purification and unification. Because iwu ala na amaala nọ na the same place. Iwu ala na amaala na mgbe ọ bụla ifuru iwu ala, ị ga-afụ amaala ebe ahụ. Because ihe na-agwa gị ihe m dị chọọ, ọ bụghị na asị na asị. So ọwụ na ndị Igbo ama ha dịsi iwu ụwa niile, how will they give them the same name? Ị gaa na ịsa ahụ, because ịsa isi were brush, sponge and soap gosie ya. Ọwụ na ewu ya mmiri, ebatakwana again ewu ya. Ọwụ na ewu ya mmiri, the soap ga-anọ n'ahụ gị. Ewuzie ya mmiri, ọ pụọ, ewuchapụ ya, ewuchapụ ya, awụchapụ. So purify nwanne. Or if you don't killing it, I'm giving you assurance, if you don't do, you will repeat. You go how one repeat class. If you don't master the class you go, you will repeat class. Whether you are American black, I don't care. Whether you are American Caribbean, I don't care. Black everywhere, white, green, yellow, China. Because the system they established in the West is for them to maintain the level they are. That's why Jamaica here naka haka. Ha na-etinyere ha ụmụ ihe n'ime nri so that they will stay calm and maintain the level. Ha chọrọ ndị bụ ndị fụ ndị ha n'anya. They paid people unemployed. They paid pregnant women. They paid ndị ngwọrọ, cripples. They paid blind people. They paid jobless. Ụmụ ibe Africa. Enwere nke anyị na-akwụ. Do we pay them? We have gold, we have diamond, we have limestone, we have petroleum, we have everything. But to our women who give birth on a daily basis, they die even in the hospital giving birth. They die in the hospital giving birth. Shame. This is a shameful thing to us. It's a shame. If you are not ashamed, I am. If you are not ashamed, I am ashamed. That's why Ndozi Ordinary is working very hard to make sure that Nansoala is being established so that we can understand. Anyị ga-aghọta, ọ bụghị ọchaghachi ibute ọchaghachi ibute mba. We need to understand. It's one is must that we must understand. It's a must. Iberibe adịgo mma, ka anyị kwụsị n'ime iberibe. Let us stop making iberibe. Nobody can ever do you anything on this earth unless you are the person that will do yourself anything if there is something that will happen because you are part of the creation. Ihe ọbụla eji atụnyere mmadụ ka eji atụnyere gị. Ihe iji amanyere mmadụ ka eji nwere ike izi n'ime obi gị na-asị ihe dị ụta mee mmadụ ihe dị mmadụ. That thing ga-eme gị n'ife physically. Ịma ihe ahụ ị na-ekwu n'obi na ọ ga-eme mmadụ, that is what is happening to you n'ife in practical. Anything you think in your mind to happen to people, that is what you see practically happen to you every day. But because you don't say it, people will say amen. In your mind, that is what you think. Because spirit anaha, or you don't believe in physical, you believe in the mind. Because mind is of the spirit. Oh shit, man. Our people should be educated. We have to. Time is coming. Establish standard education based on this thing in our land. And you give our own temple Nsọala, because we must establish this institution. Nsọala temple. Pia. Onye ọbụla bịara n'ala Igbo must go pilgrimage to that Nsọala ka general ngozi. You must go there, and the ones you put ha n'ebe ahụ fugode Nsọala ahụ akpata oyi awọ fe ebe. Inegodo anya fugodi ka esi wee dede Nsọala, ine ya anya, because ndị Igbo si na ebube agụ na-eche agụ. Once you look at that Nsọala in that front, how mighty and ebube, glory, and that in the nwere ike isi, if you are evil, you don't go inside there, because if you go inside there, maybe you become confused. You guys are most easy apụta, you will not know the truth to come out. Simple as ABCD. So these things, they are what makes Igbo land great. So if you need a great Igbo land, we don't give a fuck about country, because country is fake. Countries means control. Have you control your life? You want to control somebody else. Control your life first. If you don't even control your life, you want to control somebody. How game on them? Where does that happen? That happen everywhere now. If you want to control, begin to learn the control from your house. Country does not exist. It means control. Do you have police? Do you have army? You see why the country have police, have army, have military, have everything? Because it means control. So onye ọbụla na control a country executive control everything in that environment. But you don't understand. You don't understand. That is why. Onye na-enwe ihe ogu enwe ihe ọ na-akwafu. You can never. You can never, unless you have something, you lost something. If you don't have something, you don't lost anything. But if you understand this talk, that country means control, that executive decide what happens in a country, then you understand what I'm talking about. If you understand it, let it be. So what we are saying here is about Igbo heritage. Simple as ABCD. If you buy into Igbo heritage, then your life will change. Nsọala Igbo ọ bụ ihe anyị na-eme. Omenala Igbo ọ bụ ihe anyị na-eme. Ọdịnala Igbo ọ bụ ihe anyị na-eme. Ntọala Igbo, iwu ala Igbo, amaala Igbo. The whole black people on earth must know this knowledge. That is only one knowledge left for black story on this earth. The only one story left for black people is Igbo heritage. No S. The Hebrew you will see is Igbo arụ, to kill the body. That is why they get the knowledge of Hebrew as a name. That is why they tell you that Jesus Christ died. Igbo arụ is a concept we created. That's why they call us Hebrew. Nonsense. It's part of the concept, not we. All these things they say Christ speak Aramaic. Christ speak Aramaic. Nonsense. My people, Igbo arụ, anyị na-agbụ anụ akpụkpọ. Anyị na-agbụ anụ akpụkpọ. That is what Christ did. Ọ sịghị na ọ nwụrụ. He died and the spirit worked in 3 days. That is what they want to tell you. Who in Africa have this information? Who in black? Can you bring the culture that have this Igbo arụ in their culture and tell me exactly what Igbo arụ means in their African descent? I want to know. So when we talk about Igbo heritage, it's not bragging. Is to save you from your ignorance. It's as simple as ABCD. Is to save you from the miseducation. That is simple as ABCD. So if you hear Hebrew, they mean Igbo arụ. Igbo arụ. That's why they tell you the Israelites or the Jews, they are Hebrews. Gbaa nkịtị. Don't mind them. We know exactly what they are talking about. You can fool some people sometimes, but you cannot fool other people all the time. It's not possible. You cannot fool all the people all the time. We are here before and we are here now. So the information is not anywhere on Google, is not anywhere on book, is on a genetic, is on gene. So they might take everything we have, but they will not take our spirit, not our soul, because the information is recorded in our spirit, in our soul. That's why we have them. So if we do these things, this is not by forcing you to do what is not right. There is no reason why we try to sell you what is not good. We don't have any reason. What we are talking about is a solution to our problem. What led to the problem at the first place, what led to it is what we are talking about. And the restoration of a blackness, the restoration of African identity is for those who have the information. If you have the information, bring it. But if you don't have it, please join those that have it. The only information today for black people is Igbo heritage. And the nsọ ala bụ the practical step a na-eme ya. And the nsọ ala anụnwa bụ ihe ha na-akpọ Shabbat. Oya ka ha na-asị Jerusalem, ụlọ nsọ ala. Oya ka ha na-akpọ Jerusalem. Nwanne ihe ahụ copycat. You understand them? It's the copycat. Asa uburu elem ọdịna ihitera nsa. Nsọ ala ọ ihe anyị na-eme. So ị gaghị agwazi m na ọ dị na Jerusalem ebe mma ihe bụ nsọ ala. I know what it is. Ama m ihe bụ Temple of Solomon. All human body bụ the Temple of Solomon. That is the sun and the moon. You got to go. So it's up to us to take the bull by the horn if we want to save our people or all of us perish. It's as simple as ABCD. Thank you very much for listening. We see you some other time. Anyị nwa ndị ndozi ọdịnala Igbo. We are the reformers. We came to reform what has been hidden or destroyed. Let me put it that way. And our way of life is in Soala. And that is the life of every black man on this earth. Because we laid the foundation. We see you some other time.